Hi everyone and welcome to another video from Colour with Claire. Today we've got another edition of Colouring Heaven to have a look at. This is the Gothic Alchemy special and it came out last Wednesday. It's got 40 grayscale designs by Alchemy England 1977. So this book is clearly from the cover very heavily grayscaled artwork. So that's either going to be your thing or it isn't. But I do believe there is a middle ground of people who maybe don't think they prefer or don't think they would select this kind of artwork, but once they've had a go with it and seen how it makes life a bit easier when you're colouring, they kind of get into it after that. And this is a great opportunity to get your hands on some beautiful, very well done artwork that is in that grayscale style quite cheaply for you to have a practice with. So yes, cover colourable the same as usual, and on the back we've got a little bit about the Colouring Heaven Discovery Club, which will be the subject of my next video, so look out for that. And then we open up. So got our usual intro here with the colour combination chart and a little bit about the artists featured this month. So Alchemy Studios began with the original two creative owners, Jeff Kaysen and Trev Phillipson, and now consists of a long settled team of 8 people covering everything through research, product design, model making, illustration, graphics, photography and web development. Collectively, they are known as The Alchemist. Stu Dilley has been the principal illustrator since the late 80s, specialising in fantasy and Gothic subjects traditionally painted in the acrylic medium. So even though Gothic and fantasy, particularly Gothic and that kind of scary stuff is my kind of thing usually, I don't usually preference grayscale, but you can just not deny the absolutely beautiful illustrations that are on offer here. As you can see, a lot of them are very dark. Now, I haven't had the chance to actually colour anything in this yet. What with what's going on in the world at the moment, I've been super busy with the kids being off school and basically just doing a little bit of colouring at night when I can be bothered and I've got the time. So I haven't managed to set myself up for anything in this book yet. I think it's going to take a bit more planning, a bit more thinking about, you know, shading and colouring and where colours are going to go for maximum impact and things like that. So each one has a name. This one's called the Death Tide. We've got Vesper Tide, and just excuse any bits of paint on my nails here. I've just been painting the boys' room Magnolia. So we've got Vesper Tide, we've got Venus Tsunamis, Eve Arrows, hope I'm saying that right, Snowfall on Avalon. So, you know, they're just absolutely stunning, aren't they? You know, as paintings. You can imagine them being fully colorized, really in-depth, beautifully vibrant paintings. This is Chimes of Chalsbury, Coronation of Caraxia. So I'm not entirely sure whether any of these characters actually exist in mythology or whether they are the product of the illustrator's mind. I don't know whether we know of these creatures or not. This is Dragon Scold and Futhark Fairy. This one is inside the palm of someone's hand. I've only just noticed that and I've been through the book a few times. La Belle Dame de la Rose. That's a beautiful one actually. Good for you to be practicing your skin. The good thing about grayscale is that you can see where the shadows are, especially on these lighter ones. So you know that there's going to be a lot of shadow underneath her chin here, and because of the huge headdress, there's going to be quite a lot of shadow at the top, and that just helps you put down your shadows and highlights. Meleus Maleficarum? No, sounds a bit like Maleficent. Mask of the Black Rose, Morta Hari, Mythicorn. So some of these take up the entire page and some of them are more condensed and contained in the centre. Nocticorn, Raventide. Now, if you are a little bit concerned about something so dark and so grayscale, I know that Colouring Heaven have been putting out little tips and tricks, videos and things for you to pick up on for colouring grayscale. So do check out the Colouring Heaven Facebook page for some grayscale tricks. Rosa Noctis, Rose Arcana. So the Arcana are the cards of the tarot. Scythe Bride. So I'm guessing that this is like the the Bride of Death. She's got the tattoo for it anyway. We've got Stigmata Rose. I love how the blood dripping off the rose has made this skull on the ground. We've got Stormcrow, Sycorax Snare, Silundine, the Highgate Horror. Sounds like a really old ghost story that you might read. Midnight Rose, the Name of the Rose, the Taint, White Queen, got some really cool armour, Whitby Worm, so I'm guessing that this down here is Whitby, famous of course for, I say of course and then I forget, it's Dracula, isn't it? Uninvited Guest, and that was the last one. So before you all run to the comments, I know that this is going to be a polarising issue, this particular one, because obviously it is so heavy and dark, and it doesn't appear at first glance that there's much area for you to put some colour down. And I'm hoping to work on one of these and show you exactly what can be done. But as I say, do go to the Colouring Heaven Facebook page and check it out, because there's a few pages that have actually been done already by some very talented colourists, and you can see how colour actually lays down on grayscale, and it really is more vibrant and vivid than you would think. So if you want this issue, I was about to say if you're in the UK you can go to your local supermarket and find it, but I know a lot of people are not venturing out of their homes at the moment, rightly so. So if you do want this issue, I would say go to the links in the description and purchase it online for delivery to your door. Of course, if you are away in, other countries, overseas, America, Australia, you can still get your hands on this. Just follow the link in the description, exactly the same, and it will be coming to you very, very soon. So nothing else to add really. As I've said, it's not, my particular cup of tea, but I know that there's a lot that can be done with it, and it does give you that really inexpensive way of trying out grayscale, and maybe it's something that you'll learn to absolutely adore and you'll never do any normal colouring again. I don't know. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed looking through the edition with me, and I will see you soon on Colour with Claire.